What's going on, everybody? Check this out. Well, first I want to say shout out to the Baby MrPalmerD4S bounty hunters. Appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, supporting the cause, supporting the page, supporting what I'm doing. And once again, I like to come with a response. You had some dude, of course they ain't showing their face, simping force of sounding, says, yeah, you seem bitter. You know, talking about the skit that I did. And that's fine, because the majority will say mad bitter, you know, who comes to fuck shit. But surprisingly, he said that the father should get full custody, shouldn't get equal custody. If he wants the kid, then women let him have the kid. And I'm gonna say two things. One, I'm not bitter. And I'm gonna tell you why. Well, first I'm gonna tell you what the meaning of the word bitter. You know, we know about the bitter with the taste and the smell, the sweet, not sweet. That's bitter. We ain't talking about that bitter. We talking about bitter number two. People or their feelings or behavior. Angry, hurt, or resentful because of one's bad experiences or a sense of unjust treatment, right? So, men, this is why I tell y'all, keep your veins cold. Now, I want y'all to hear the last word I said. Unjust treatment. So, for anybody that been to jail unjustly or arrested unjustly, falsely accused of sexual assault, falsely accused of child abuse or child molestation, all that shit, I understand if you become bitter. You fight in the court for child support and you treat like a deadbeat lowlife, never wanted to be a father. I understand you being mad, angry, and bitter. Don't let no motherfucker tell you that you're wrong for feeling bitter. Unjust treatment, sometimes in that type of situation, something you can't come back from. That's something you can't come back from. A lot of time you cannot come back from that. That's why it's a lot of suicide amongst men, because they cannot come back from unjust treatment. So anybody, especially some baby mama terrorists, telling you, oh, you just weak and bitter, I told y'all, keep y'all veins cold. Even with these hoe ass niggas say you're bitter, tell them what the definition of bitter is. Unjust treatment. That's just one part. And the other one is mad about something in the past, somebody that hurt you, whatever. Don't ever think that you're wrong for being angry, mad, hurt, or bitter. Don't ever think that. But what I do tell y'all to do, don't let it take over you. Meaning, don't let it take you to a sunken space where you never could climb out of. Never get to the point where you want to hurt yourself or kill somebody else or take it out on somebody else that doesn't deserve it to mess up your livelihood. Now, I'm so bitter because I put out content to spread the awareness for men to change the laws in their mind and tell you the reality when it comes to this court system and these baby mama terrorists. Government daddy. See, I'm bitter because I'm telling facts. I'm telling truth. I'm bitter. Low life, run for child support. I ain't trying to be a father, live on a couch and everything else. Quit county, running for child support because I didn't want to be a father and all that bullshit, right? But I'm the one bitter. When I don't say shit, I just tell the truth. If you bitter, if you angry, if you mad for unjust treatment, falsely accused, not getting equal parenting, like I said before, when you've been fighting and the judge didn't allow it because, you know, about that child support, and the bitch don't want you to be involved, you have that motherfucking right. Don't ever think that you do not have that right. Now, what I advise you not to do not let it control you. You get yourself in order. Change the laws of your mind. Love yourself. Build self. Do for self. I say it every day, all day. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. If I was so fucking bitter, I wouldn't have lost the 35 pounds that I had lost. I wouldn't be continue to live on. I wouldn't continue to put out this content. I would definitely have a drinking problem. I don't drink no more. What, one shot once a year, if that? I don't smoke, never did anyway. I lost 35 pounds. My blood pressure's way better. I'm more happy. I got a peace of mind. So, from your logic, from a video, you say I'm bitter. Well, I have to say you're a motherfucking lie, sir, or baby mama terrorist, ma'am, because bitter, if you that bitter, you're in a sunken space and you ain't coming out of that, because you're gonna hate yourself, you're gonna hurt yourself, and you would definitely not love yourself. Now, you can live your life and be bitter, don't get me wrong, but you really know. You know, your action really shows, no matter how much you try to hide it. My action shows no bitterness. You better off saying that I hate versus me being bitter. And I don't even have that no more. And a lot of things y'all don't know, but if y'all did know, y'all be like, nah, he ain't bitter at all. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all keep saying bitter, mad, weak, whatever you want to call it, but ain't no weakness over here. Because if I was so weak, I wouldn't be able to teach other men how to be strong, wash their hands and move on, keep them veins cold. So I just want you to know that. If you're going to call me weak, bitter, and all that stuff, please dissect me a little more, because what I do is not about an act of bitterness. It's about spreading awareness of the truth that should have been out here a long time ago. And besides, like I told y'all, fuck the majority. They're going to say that anyway. But I just want y'all to know, if you want to know the definition of bitter, that is the definition of bitter, and he or she has the right to be bitter if they had some unjust treatment. Like I said, what I tell y'all, I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. And I do mean that from the bottom of my heart. If I was that weak and that bitter and shit, I'd be entertaining you talking about some, I ain't like that, I ain't do that.